We live? I think we're live. Hi, and welcome to another The Woodshop stream with Danny. I am Danny, he, him, and this is my woodshop. Thank you so much for joining me on another beautiful Tuesday for another streaming. Today we're going to have Akira and Miso on the table today. We're going to be staining and adding a little color to these couple dogs. So, that's about all I got to say about that. So, we've got the dogs from last week, which you'd seen, but they are now a little bright, but they are now all sanded and smooth and beautiful and ready to roll. So we will be staining these two today. And kind of made a little sanding, little adjustments on Miso, but as you can see, they came out pretty good. Sorry, it's a little bright. But yeah, we'll add some color and get going. So I'm gonna do the last of the setup here, which is just get my stains in order and workspace set up. Wow. Throw a dog nose on the floor is also a very important part of the setup process. So if you guys didn't do that, you're not doing it right. And of course, it disappeared into the ether. Oh, here it is. Ba-boom. Little nose. Cool. Oh, and then if you want to play along at home, I will pull up a photo of said dogs, and you can kind of maybe pick out the pieces as you go, if you want to. So, without further ado, let's get going. So yeah, you can see we are back on Tuesday tonight, which is hopefully the hope moving forward. The last week got a little screwy with my schedule. If any of you need to know what my personality is, it's absolutely the guy who shows up 5-10 minutes late and still goes, oh, I'm not ready yet. So, y'all are getting the real Danny in here. As I am finding every can except the one that I need. Well, seriously. Weird. Well, I am not going to waste any more time looking for it right now. We will find it when we need it. But we're going to start off with the Akira the Husky, which we're going to have a nice white and black pattern. Kind of along the brow is almost all a little bit gray, but we will going to try to adjust the stains accordingly. That's going to be the only piece I want to put a white underbase on. But otherwise, all these pieces are going to be white. You know, sometimes I just get dogs that are a little easier, and it is lovely. So, all right, we got our dog sorted. Whites and darks, and we're going to put a little pink on the inside of the ears. We got what's going to eventually be a little fur pattern that shows the highlight of the ears. But well, I had a golden pecan that I can't find, but I got a brand new one that may work. So, we'll see. We got options. I'm going to go ahead and say thank you. Say it now. Thank you for joining me. Thanks for checking this stuff out. Thanks to the Arbitrary Heroes folks for letting me use their channel. I'm going to put my respirator on and start talking a lot less. So, look forward to that. Cool.
All right, cool.
Sorry about that. I think someone's been messing with my respirator.
But we're better. It's important to have a nice snug fit, but you don't want to be cutting off your circulation or anything. Just basic tool safety. I'm going to start this piece off separately because, like I said, this is going to be the only one with an underbase. I'm going to put it on a heater for a little bit while we work on the rest of the dog. That way we can, hopefully it'll be dry in time that I can add more color later without this white bleeding through too much. A little bit's fine because that's how black and white make gray, but we don't want it to just become a sloggy mess. So I think it'll work. Pretty much anything I do on the show can just have an asterisk of, I think it'll work. Self-taught, baby. I'll let that soak in just a minute here. There's something very active about staining that I really like. A lot of this stuff can be done on the fly, which is fun. Not usually like, I prefer to work a little slower, more methodical, but everyone's going to leave their comfort zone sometimes. I don't know if y'all can hear the birds going out there. So, nothing. Hey, I think you heard the local moped. Getting the whole neighborhood experience. You hear the mini bike, you hear the dogs barking. It's a nice night in Cincinnati, so everyone's out, including the dogs and the birds. Neat little trick to extend the life of your brush a little bit. When you use real cheap brushes, hey, think you can trick a can. We don't really want a lot of pink showing because it'll get real obvious real quick. Pink's going to look funny. So I'm just putting a little bit on and I take it off pretty quick. It's still enough to get some color, but we don't really want, this dog's ears aren't terribly pink, so I might throw a little more on later, but I think that'll look, yeah, that'll work. Cool. So I did find the golden pecan. That was the one I was trying to find earlier for our labradoodle friend. We're going to add some more later, but I just want to get a little bit of this excess off. It's just sort of bubbling, pooling in weird places. I think I used up all my good cardboard. Didn't realize I'm almost out of cardboard, so we have to economize here. I don't like moving the pieces, but you can do it if you're careful. This is just a backing piece, so it doesn't really matter about being too precise, but we need a ruling on the field here. Just need to do a quick double check sees to make sure this is a color that I want, because I really don't want it to cut out this dog. And it's real tough to sand down stain. Okay, all right, we're good. Oops.
Hi Cheryl and NoobTube. Thank you so much for joining me. Yeah, we're cruising along on the dogs. Uh, so with you asked about D&D, the Waterdeep campaign with Sprocket and Jelza. Sprocket and Jelzar. So the whole story was Cameron introduced this NPC who was very similar to Sprocket. He was an artificer. He clearly worked together. One of the only gnome artificers in the city. So I figured like they got to know each other. They got to have some. I'm sure they have some kind of working relationship. And I thought it would be funny if I was just a complete asshole to his new character Jelzar that he introduced to me. Like Sprocket is nice to everyone in the campaign other than this one guy, and I just thought it'd be a fun goof. I'm like, oh, what if I was just rude to this NPC and we move on? But then Jelzar came back, and I got to thinking like, why is this the one guy that I didn't like? So from that, I kind of came up with the history of, yeah, they were together, they were dating at one point, and something bad happened that they broke it off. Sprocket broke it off. But, so it was really kind of a collaborative thing. Cameron, as a DM, is excellent. If you just throw a long pass to him, he'll be like, I got it, and he catches it and runs with it. So a lot of it's just sort of fluid, and I make it up as we go. Like, hey, this seems fun. So now Sprocket has a whole history and a backstory with Jelzar, just because I thought it'd be funny to be mean. And that's about as much as we've planned it and talked out. We've talked since to kind of iron it out and figure out what this actually is. But Cameron's real good at like going free form with some of the character decisions.
But yeah. So
yes, it's one of the fun reasons is to play with them. But yeah, hopefully we'll get to explore some more Sprocket backstory in the near future. Oh, last episode we recorded, we had some real fun times with my little guy.
But yeah, thank you so much for joining me.
I will gladly risk inhaling a little fumes to talk about D&D, but I got to put the mask back on.
Thank you.
Thanks. Yeah, improv is one of my favorite things about D&D. But yeah, Gun Pony, thanks for joining us. Got a full house tonight. I'll admit it's also in part, the whole Sprocket thing is partially because I am lazy and don't write a lot of backstories, so I'm like, I'll just make something up as we go. And it usually works. Because I'm a big fan or big proponent of not writing too much backstories for characters anyways, because a lot of times they either get ignored or change, or you move on and never addressed. Which, I mean, if you like to write backstories, that is your thing. I respect that. I think it's great. It's just not for me. I would much rather start with a blank slate character, and once something cool or interesting comes along, be like, hey, yeah, I'm a part of that. I can work that into what I'm doing. Because then I kind of feel like it leaves open more possibilities, or just more possibilities. Because like I said, I never really put much thought into the backstory before. I've since fleshed. Sprocket's got more of a backstory now since we started playing, but I don't know. I've kind of let the character roam a little bit and go in his own directions and see where it comes out. And apparently he just likes making traps and booby-trapping their house. So I do meet someone who's very like-minded, which is very fun. But yeah, that's kind of my little approach to D&D. Which, I mean, if it's your thing to write everything out and have a big elaborate story, that's awesome. I respect any kind of creative endeavor in writing for D&D. That's the biggest reason I love that game, is it brings out creativity in people who don't usually or not always explore it as much. So, yeah, to the backstory writers, I love you. To the improv only stories, I love you too. All right, I really need to put this mask back on. I don't know, y'all. What do you say? I know we got some D&D players in the audience here. Are you more of write out an entire backstory, or are you more of figure it out on the fly type of folks?
Alright, so this white did not dry as much. That did not work. Son of a... Come on, brother. Got a slip inside here. We'll let that cure a minute longer. And although this is just sort of a speed round here. Oh. Well, actually, uno más. Uno más. So most of this piece is going to be covered, except for the edge. So I can't let just a little bit fly. It's kind of a nice effect there. Well, I think I'm out of room. Cool. It wouldn't be a woodshop stream if I didn't drop some tools.
Well, rightio, folks. Yeah, I guess this is going to be a shorter stream. I thought it would take a little bit longer than it actually did, but that's what you get when you get some real nice, simple designs. Danny gets a nice, easy week this week. So, yeah, I will be back next week. I don't have any more dogs in the docket, so I'll make something. I've been doing some carving streams lately. I might do another one of those. I'm going to be trying to nail this Tuesday slot once again. Things got a little screwy last week. I was out of town for a wedding and didn't have time on the weekend to get anything ready for Tuesday. So, moving forward, I'm going to try hell or high water to get something out on Tuesdays. Yeah, just keep an eye out for that. We'll see, but I'll definitely be here next Tuesday. So check it out. Big thank you to everyone who's in chat and watching and checking it out. It means so much to me, truthfully, that I'm just get to make stuff and people check it out and enjoy watching and, and enjoy seeing it. It's so cool, and it's a huge boost to my confidence and ego. So thank you for that. And a big thank you to the Arbitrary Heroes folks, because without them, I wouldn't actually have the technical know-how to get this all online. So thanks for letting me come in and play with your stuff. Yeah, that's all I got. Remember, be kind to yourself and someone else, and I will see you all next week. I'll saw you later, folks. Bye.